You can track Matthew Perry's drug of choice by looking at Chandler's body. Those are Matthew Perry's own words.
My life is, I'm a drug addict. I'm a person that if I have a drink, I can't stop.
For 10 years, actors and characters barely separated. Real injuries became plot lines. Real pregnancies became surrogacy arcs. Real crushes became the greatest will they, won't they.
Rachel's pregnant?
Yeah.
Well, who's the father?
We don't know.
Real addiction became silent tragedy. Today we're counting down 30 times the cast wasn't acting. And it was funnier and more real than the page. Tell us in the comments. Number 30. They hung out on set, like it was their living room. Between takes, they stayed on set in the apartment, not trailers, creating that lived-in feel.
Our apartment. We won that apartment fair and square twice, and I'm getting it back right now. I'm getting it back right now!
Number 29. The secret pre-taping huddle. Before each taping, they gathered for a private huddle, a real ritual that created visible chemistry. Number 28. Cox hid her lines all over the kitchen. Cox hid scripts in fruit bowls to help with memorization. That constant movement wasn't just acting, it was reading cheat sheets. Number 27. Schwimmer genuinely hated working with the monkey. David Schwimmer hated working with Marcel. His visible stiffness came from the monkey dropping bug residue on him. Number 26. The sonogram tears were real. In an early hospital scene, Ross and Carol's tears were real. The cast's emotional sincerity showed Friends was more than a comedy. Number 25. That's Kudrow's actual sister as Ursula's body double. Production used Lisa Kudrow's real sister as Ursula's body double, adding actual sibling tension to the scenes. Number 24. LeBlanc auditioned with a chunk of his face missing. Matt LeBlanc auditioned with a bruised face after falling in a toilet. Producers were so impressed they cast him on the spot. Number 23. Tom Selleck made the audience lose their minds. When Tom Selleck entered, the audience erupted so much they had to redo scenes. The cast's discomfort was genuine. Number 22. Joey wasn't supposed to be dumb. Creators saw Matt LeBlanc's cluelessly confident timing was funnier, so writers rewrote Joey around him. Number 21. The Chandler cadence was Matthew Perry's real voice. Chandler's speech pattern, the misplaced emphasis and rising inflection, wasn't scripted. It was Matthew Perry's childhood habit that writers built dialogue around. Number 20. Monica's competitiveness was Cox's real personality. Writers rewrote Monica from sensible to neurotic after watching Courteney Cox's real personality. That intensity was her playing herself. Number 19. Schwimmer's physical comedy came from classical training. Schwimmer's theatrical training at Tisch powered every physical bit. Precise, committed pratfalls. Number 18. Phoebe's surrogacy arc was Kudrow's real pregnancy. When Lisa Kudrow got pregnant, writers made Phoebe a surrogate. The fatigue and irritability came from real pregnancy exhaustion.
It's just that now that they're in me, it's like I know them, and it's just not gonna be easy when, these little babies have to go away.
Number 17. Schwimmer directed 10 episodes with Geller energy. Schwimmer directed 10 episodes with theatrical precision. The line between Ross's controlling nature and his real directing style barely existed. Number 16. They negotiated as a unit because they were actually friends. Schwimmer convinced them to negotiate collectively for equal pay. By the final seasons, all made $1 million per episode. Number 15. Paul Rudd felt like a prop during the finale. Paul Rudd felt awkward filming the finale, intentionally standing apart to give the original 6 their space. Number 14. Aniston hated the Rachel haircut. Jennifer Aniston hated the iconic Rachel cut. Her real discomfort bled into the character, making the trying too hard energy authentic. Number 13. Take the Rachel was inspired by a real rehearsal mistake. Schwimmer accidentally said the wrong name during rehearsal. Writers realized it was perfect for the wedding twist. Number 12. Cox was pregnant. While Monica couldn't conceive, Courteney Cox was actually pregnant while Monica dealt with infertility. Production hit it, adding sincerity to her character's desperation. Number 11. The audience turned a one-night stand into a relationship. Monica and Chandler was supposed to be one episode. The audience erupted in applause. Writers made it permanent. We're into the top 10. Hit subscribe if you're here. You clearly have taste. Number 10. Maggie Wheeler and Matthew Perry were real friends. Maggie Wheeler and Matthew Perry were actual friends. That real warmth is why Janice never felt like a pure villain. Number 9. They were legitimately best friends. The 6 actors were genuinely best friends. That's why the couch became a global symbol. The friendship was real. Number 8. Paul Rudd's table tennis skills were real. Paul Rudd is genuinely excellent at table tennis. Writers discovered this and wrote it into the show. Number 7. Stage 24 was renamed in their honor. Stage 24 was renamed the Friends stage while they filmed the finale. They knew they were making television history. Number 6. Aniston's real divorce fueled Rachel's final season. Jennifer Aniston's divorce from Brad Pitt coincided with the final season. The raw exhaustion was real loss processing in real time. Number 5. The Ross and Rachel chemistry was a real crush. Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer revealed they had real crushes on each other in Season 1. Their first kiss at Central Perk was the actors' real-life first kiss. Number 4. You can track Perry's addiction by looking at Chandler's body. In his memoir, Matthew Perry wrote, "Weight meant alcohol, thinness meant pills." During Season 6, he took 55 Vicodin pills daily, yet showed up every taping. Number 3. Aniston's finale breakdown was real grief. Jennifer Aniston's tears were uncontrollable grief. Makeup had to reapply foundation multiple times. Number 2. Perry begged for the last line because he needed it. Perry begged for the final line. He delivered it in his own voice, not Chandler's, stepping out from behind the character. Number 1. The boundary between actor and character never really existed. This isn't about one scene, it's about all of them. For 10 years, the creators ran a personality-driven laboratory. They watched Cox's competitiveness and rebuilt Monica around it. They heard Perry's childhood voice patterns and wrote Chandler to match. They saw LeBlanc's silliness and turned a bad boy into the most lovable man on television. They discovered a real crush between Aniston and Schwimmer and turned it into the defining romance of a generation. They wrote real pregnancies into surrogacy arcs. They watched a man fight addiction in plain sight and kept giving him the funniest lines because humor was his way of staying alive. Friends wasn't a show where actors played characters. It was where 6 real people showed up as themselves every week for a decade. The scripts were the skeleton, the people were the show. And that's why it still feels like losing real friends.